Hey everyone, my name's Matt and welcome back to Cobb Hill Farms. I gotta say the old H is starting to look more and more like a tractor every day. It's been a productive couple days here in the shop working on Stacy's Farmall H. The last video you saw I had the head and the valve train installed and I primed a bunch of parts. Well, since then we've got the valve cover installed, so the top of the engine's all sealed up. Got the front timing cover on, got the governor assembly on this side of the engine is on. On the far side, we have the distributor drive and the engine side access cover with the breather tube is installed. And then probably the most notable change you can see is the engine is mounted to the tractor chassis. One thing I do want to touch on quick with the engine being mounted back up to the tractor chassis, I didn't put a new clutch in this, and the reason being is there was nothing wrong with the clutch beforehand. Everything was great, it had good feel, it grabbed good, whatever. And then upon inspection, the clutch disc looked practically brand new. So there was really no reason to throw parts at it when it really didn't need it. One thing I did replace, well, two things I did replace, was the pilot bearing and the throwout bearing. The pilot bearing, ironically, when I ordered the clutch for the 460, that came with 3 different pilot bearings. And I really don't know why, but I got a caliper out and I measured, and wouldn't you know, one of those was exactly what I needed for the H. So I put a new pilot bearing in it. The throwout bearing I don't even know how I acquired it or why I acquired it, but I knew I had a throwout bearing for it, so that was gonna go in it no matter what. So I did put a new throwout bearing in it. So that's the story on the clutch. Gonna reuse that. Didn't feel the need to spend a couple $100 on something that really didn't need to do, and this tractor's not gonna see a lot of field work anyway, so I'm pretty confident in the one that's there. So before I get started with the wire wheel, I got to put on my proper PPE, my face mask, my eyeglasses, and my protective gloves. I guess I should have put a little bit of counterweight on the back of the New Holland. That's a little bit of a load for that thing. Alright, well, I'm not going to need this right now. Sure aren't going to need these wheel weights. These cast centers, we got to get them off this pallet and get them all cleaned up. These wheel weights, they're not going back on the tractor. They're gonna probably go in the pile with all our other wheel weights. No sense in carrying around that extra weight. That drawbar hoop, we gotta get that thing all cleaned up. Hopefully we can get that done today too. So enough talking, let's get cracking. Well, I tell you what, that's enough for one day. I'm tired. I look hideous. We went through 3 grinding wheels today. I use 2 cup knotted wheels and a straight knotted wheel. Between the combination, works pretty good for about 95% of the job. I do use a couple other wheels and a drill for the smaller, hard to reach areas. But that was about 6 hours worth of work, about a half an hour lunch in there, about mid-afternoon. But other than that, it was a pretty productive day. I feel like we got a lot accomplished, but I'm about a half a casting short from where I wanted to be. So I got to run to the parts store in the morning and go get some more wheels and get the rest of that cleaned up. And then we'll be able to put a coat of paint on what we got, and that'll probably be where we pick this up from there, or when after things are painted and we're putting more parts on the tractor, because let's face it, that's a little more interesting than me cleaning parts. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you subscribe to the channel. We hope you have a great day. We'll see you next time.